sklearn, utils, arrayfun cs, minpos. Description: the minpos function is used to efficiently find the index of the minimum value in a NumPy array or a sparse matrix. Inputs: the input array or sparse matrix where the minimum value needs to be found. It can be a NumPy array, a SciPy sparse matrix, or any object with a min method and a shape attribute. Access: the axis along which to find the minimum value defaults to none, which finds the minimum across the flattened array. Out: an optional output array. If provided, the result will be stored in this array. Keep dims: if true, the output will have the same number of dimensions as the input, with the reduced axis retained as a singleton dimension. Defaults to false. Outputs: minpos: a NumPy array containing the indices of the minimum values along the specified axis. Minval: a NumPy array containing the minimum values along the specified axis. Steps: the function iterates over the specified axis of the input array or sparse matrix. For each element, it compares it with the current minimum value. If the current element is smaller than the current minimum, it updates the minimum value and its corresponding index. Finally, it returns the indices and the minimum values. Metrics: time complexity on, where n is the number of elements in the input array or sparse matrix. Space complexity O1 for the input array or sparse matrix, and om for the output array, where m is the number of minimum values. Visualization plots: scatter plot showing the relationship between the input array or sparse matrix and the indices of the minimum values. Histogram showing the distribution of the minimum values. Fine-tune parameters: access: the axis along which to find the minimum value. Out: an optional output array to store the result. Keep dims: whether to retain the reduced axis as a singleton dimension in the output. Uncertainty methods: not applicable for this function. Challenges and fixes. Challenge 1: handling empty arrays or matrices. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 1: input array or matrix with 0 elements. Fixes to challenge 1: the function should handle empty arrays or matrices by returning an empty array for both the minimum values and their indices. Challenge 2: handling non-values. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 2: input array or matrix containing non-values. Fixes to challenge 2: the function should ignore non-values and only consider valid numerical values when finding the minimum.